And this is why when you retain your semen, you become so much more attractive and magnetic. Hey guys, I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so that you can magnetize your ideal life. Semen retention makes you more attractive. Simple as that. What is the process of ejaculation for a man? The body puts a priority on creating sperm. Sperm is the seed of the body, it's the essence of the body. The priority of nature is to continue the species, continue life at any cost. And what men don't realize is that constantly ejaculating is taking a huge toll on their bodies. It's not apparent in our teenage years, in our 20s. It's like you have $1 million, you're born with $1 million, and it seems like it's going to last forever, so you just spend it recklessly. But by the time men hit their 30s and 40s, all of a sudden they don't have that sexual vitality they had when they're a teenager. And many men are experiencing sexual issues at a younger and younger age. Impotence, premature ejaculation, erectile dysfunction. And I believe that's because there's so much stimulation, so much sexual stimulation in our world with the internet, with media, and there's so many men addicted to porn, and they're just throwing their life force away every day. So it's very apparent to me that constantly ejaculating depletes a man of his vital essence. All of the organs of the body, they have to contribute resources to create semen. There's a lot of life force in the semen. When you think about it, one single sperm can become an entire human being. This tiny little sperm multiplies and multiplies. It becomes a human being. That's incredible power. And a single ejaculation has several 100 million sperm. One man's single ejaculation could repopulate the United States. That's an incredible amount of power. But most men just throw this away because it seems like it's going to last forever, but it's not going to last forever. When you're not constantly ejaculating, then the body doesn't have to work so hard to be producing new semen, and its energy can go into more productive things. You have now a reserve of energy. Another thing, the testicles produce hormones. They produce testosterone and other hormones, and by ejaculating, you lose a lot of these hormones. What a lot of people are finding is that after about 7 days of semen retention, your testosterone levels increase by about 150%. This is a pretty significant amount. How do you feel after ejaculating? Most men typically feel weak, they feel tired, unmotivated. There's a bit of this hangover that occurs after ejaculation. And if you're not familiar with this, it may be because you've never gone more than a couple of days without ejaculating. That was the case for me when I was a teenager. And once you do start to go periods of time without ejaculating, it becomes more and more apparent just how fatiguing, how draining constantly ejaculating is. And for what? What's the point? If you're not going to be creating a child every time you ejaculate, what's the point of throwing all of this energy away? The problem is that men associate orgasm with ejaculation, but these are actually two completely separate processes that can be separated and experience. You can experience orgasm without ejaculation. You can have incredible sex without ever ejaculating and still feel completely fulfilled. In fact, for me, it's even more fulfilling because you're more charged from that experience than you would be if you had ejaculated. So what this does to a man and the way others perceive him, what's it like to be around someone who's optimistic, someone who's full of energy, full of life, full of vigor? You feel good being around that person. Their love for life and their passion and their radiant energy, it's infectious. It's contagious. So this is typically how a man becomes when he's not constantly ejaculating. He becomes radiant. He becomes confident. People are attracted to that. Women are attracted to a man who is energized, who is driven, who's confident, who has that energy and that yang charge, that male charge that we have in our semen. So as our hormones build up, women pick up on this. They can smell it on you. They may not be aware of it, but there's just something about you that is much, much more appealing to them. Because your bodies, on some level, are subtly communicating. You know, your body's saying, hey, I've got all this semen built up. I've got all this energy, all this drive. I would be a great partner for you. Now, we're not aware of this communication that's happening. We're not aware of it on a physical level, but subconsciously, people detect this. Why is it that when you walk into a room, let's say you walk into a room, there's a room full of people, maybe you walk into a party or something like that, and there's 30 people in the room, and in just a few seconds, you have a pretty good impression of all the people in there. There's just something about it. This isn't something that we can logically explain, but we just get this vibe from everyone around us. Well, when you're a man who's got this sexual charge built up, women pick up on this. You become more polarized. You become more masculine because semen is the essence of our masculine energy. It contains the hormones that make us masculine, the testosterone. So by retaining your semen, you become more of yourself. You become more intensified, more polarized. So you're going to attract that opposite polarity to yourself. You become much more polarized, therefore much more magnetic. From my own experience. So let's go back to my teenage years. I was looking at porn every day. You know, it was just my daily habit. Oh, good, get on the porn site and rub one out real quick, you know, just so I could relax and go to sleep. Every day. I had no confidence. I had very low self-esteem. I could not attract women. Mostly because I was too afraid to even talk to women. When I began practicing semen retention, this completely reversed. I felt confident because I wasn't looking at porn every day, just draining my energy out. I built up this energy. I felt comfortable in my body. I felt driven. And all of a sudden, women started approaching me. This never happened before. Women would approach me, very attractive women. I had no problem finding an amazing partner. And this goes into other types of attraction as well, not just, you know, male-female partner type of attraction. If you're in business, you will become more influential. You're able to better help people, to better influence people because you're more driven, you're more young, you're more expansive, you have that creativity, that drive, and that passion. Our sexual drive enhances all of these things. Our sexual energy is the root of our being. It's our creative force, our ability to rebirth ourselves, to birth new projects. It's creative energy. And when you allow this to build up inside of you, most men cannot handle this energy. Most men, as soon as they feel any sort of sexual arousal, they have to get this energy out of them as soon as they can. They can't handle that tension. When you're able to hold this sensation in your body, be comfortable in that. Be okay with feeling strong arousal and not having to do anything with it, but just let that arousal drive your life. Let it drive your creative projects. You become very attractive, very, very magnetic. This is not just my experience. Look online. So many guys are reporting this. So if you want to have that edge in the dating scene, in the business world, whatever it is, I highly recommend you start retaining your sexual essence. Let it build up and let it drive you to become the best version of yourself. So if you're wanting to get into semen retention, but you're struggling to make it happen, send me a message, get in touch with me. I'd love to jump on a call with you and help you out. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, like this video. Have a great day, my friends.